Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Legacy Farmer, the podcast. This is your host, Jace D. Young, and today's topic and discussion is this: when your banker oversteps. So I had a discussion with one of the members in Legacy Farmer yesterday, and this situation came up where he is dealing with a bank and banker who is trying to control every transaction happening on his operating line of credit going through his business account. Now, I understand why banks want to do this, guys, but I've been a part of two banks, and I ran into this situation one time where my boss wanted to literally control one of our customers' expenses and everything like that, and would literally watch their account on a daily basis and challenge every freaking expense they made. And it drove me nuts. Here's why. I ran into a situation, and one of our customers here was going through the normal year on their farm operation, right? But the thing is that their air conditioner went out at their house, right? And so they needed a new air conditioner. And this was a family that had 3 kids at home, and it was the dead of summer, so it was 105 degrees here in Kansas and everything like that. And called his banker, which was my boss at the time, and said, "Hey, I need to advance, $6,000 or whatever it was to get a new air conditioner unit at the house so that we can have air conditioning during all the summer months and this heat and everything." And my boss had the balls to tell him no, and said, "Nope, that's not technically an input expense, so you're going to have to figure out somewhere else to pay for that." Guys, I will never forget that experience because it shook me to my core that a person had the ability to tell another grown man that, "No, I will not advance the money so you can buy an air conditioning unit to keep your family cool during the summer." Especially the guy had young kids at home. I will never forget this, and it pissed me off royally when it happened. And it started to change just my perspective on banking and what we're doing there, and then two, just the way my boss was. So the situation I'm dealing with this customer, it's a very similar style situation where the banker is trying to control and own every decision this person makes, even to the point to where they're trying to tell him how much his hired help is worth, and that maybe they should adjust his hired help's wages and stuff like that. You do not, as a banker, you do not have the right to do that. You are not so mighty and powerful that you have the right to tell somebody else how to run their business. As a banker, this is where I get very triggered, because as a banker, you're not running your own business. Your livelihood's taken care of because your salary is paid by the bank. So when this customer told me this, it just really pissed me off, because as a banker, guys, your banker does not have any right to do this, okay? Your operating line of credit is used to fund your business. Your business is used to fund your lifestyle. So sometimes those things are going to be commingled. Deal with it. The bank's got to deal with it. Now, from a customer's perspective, though, you have to be prepared to fight those battles. You have to have your cash flow done. And I'm talking a month-by-month cash flow, projections versus actuals, so that you can truly show your banker what you're spending money on, why you're spending it, how it's going to impact your operating loan balance, how it's going to impact your overall profitability at the end of the year. Are you still going to be able to make your payments? Everything. You have to have a detailed game plan here. And this is where 99% of farmers and ranchers in this country fail, guys. They are not organized financially. And this is what we have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on inside of Legacy Farmer, building out our own systems, processes, and software for our members to use so that they never have to worry about that. They can update their numbers on a monthly basis or a weekly basis or a daily basis if they want to, and provide reports and everything to the bank. And the way we've structured our software inside of Legacy Farmer is it answers all your banker's questions. So typically when people go through operating loan renewal, it's typically a long drawn out process, and you're going back and forth with the bank and all this stuff. Guys, the information and the way we've built our software, it's telling the banker everything they need to know. Any questions that they're asking outside of what that information is telling them, they're just doing that to try to be nosy or to try to, basically put their thumb on you and throw their power around, right? So that's why I told this customer as well, we are going to react here, and we're going to go back to the bank, and we're going to challenge them on them trying to put their thumb on us, because we are going to show them proof in the numbers and in our cash flow, and that we're not saying this, that we need this amount of money or that amount of money just because. No, we're showing proof in the numbers. You have to walk into that place armed with the right information. I'm not saying armed with weapons. I'm not going to go robbing banks now, but you know what I mean. You got to have your ducks in a row. You got to be armed with the right information to be able to challenge anything that they do say or any pushback you get on anything. And you got to be structured. You got to be organized. But at the end of the day, I agree that yes, you have to have that stuff in place. But even if you don't, your banker does not have the right to tell you how to run your business. They are providing capital. That is all they are doing. In the event that they have to foreclose on you, they better be doing their due diligence and running their business the right way so they can make sure that they get their money back. And if they don't, then that's on them. But there's a very clear, defined, line in that relationship on what they can and can't do, and what you're expected to do, right? What they're expected to do and what you're expected to do. And when people start crossing over that line and your bankers start crossing over your line, and I want to be clear, guys, 90% of bankers don't do this. 90% of bankers are good people, and they're trying to help, and they have a job, and they're trying to build their retirement and live their life and do good for their customers. So I want to be clear about that. But there's 10% of them out there that, pardon my language, are just not money hungry, but power hungry assholes that want to sit there and try to tell people what they should and shouldn't do in their life. They do not have the right to do that, nor do they have the qualifications to even tell you how to run your business when they're an employee at a bank drawing a salary. So I'm not saying that means they're less than, but just figure out where you're at in the game. You do not have the right to be doing that. And 10% of bankers out there, like I said, unfortunately are power hungry assholes who think they have the right to do this. They don't. And so any of you listen to this right now, don't put up with that. And if you are putting up with it, then get your numbers freaking organized at such a detailed level that they literally can't tell you no to anything, because you are backing everything up with proof in the numbers. And there's a significant amount of power that somebody can carry when you know the bank has nothing on you. You can get everything you want. You don't even need to go ask your banker if you can get approved for your loan. With our customers and inside of our software, guys, they already know ahead of time. They're already putting in projections. They're figuring out what their loan payment's going to be, how it's going to impact their balance sheet, their cash flow. They already know what the bank's going to say before they walk in. So when we are walking in and asking the bank for a new loan, we're already expecting a yes. And the thing is we get one a lot faster because the numbers are already organized. We're giving the bank all the information they need, and we are moving forward, and we are able to react so much faster when it comes to business opportunities like purchasing ground or whatever it may be than your other farmers and ranchers around you, because they're not organized like this. So there's just a huge amount of power that comes when you have these things structured and organized. So my friends, that's all I got for today. It was a little bit of a release the rage for me for some of these sensitive topics and everything, but also too a wake-up call for any of you guys that do not have your numbers organized. And because of this, how much is it holding you back inside of your operation and inside of these opportunities that you're missing and stuff like that, because you truly don't know your numbers, nor do you have them organized in a way that really helps you and handles these just challenges and roadblocks that we come up to when it comes to working with a bank. So my friends, hope you found this episode valuable, and we will catch you on the next one.
What's up, everyone? My name is Jace Young. I'm the founder of a company called Legacy Farmer, and inside of that company, what we do is we've helped over 300 family farms simplify and streamline the entire financial side of their operation and help them learn their numbers at a deep, deep level so that they can implement the systems and the processes to make sure that their operation lives on for generations into the future.